Alrighty then, guys. Guess who's back? Uh, what happened was a while ago, I wrote a short story about my ringing nail, and I didn't think anything would come of it, but it got about 100 views, so I wrote another one about the strike will of 1,000, and I said if that one got 100 views, I would write another one. Well, both of those short stories are over 200 views now, so up to my keeping my word, up to my standards, I wrote a third short story. It's called Curse of the Arkstrider, because that's my main, is an Arkstrider. So I'll see if I can get through this without screwing up too much. Okay, picture like a campground with a bonfire on the Hive homeworld, like 50 years in the future. Okay, excuse me, friend. Are you the one they call Prax? Guilty as charged, my young thrall. What can I help you with? I was told you were at the massacre of Fading Light. That I was, boy. And I assume you want to hear the tragic tale. I remember it like it was yesterday. Decor and I were on patrol, scouting the area for resources. Our encampment was several hours away, tucked in a sheltered field with tall rock cliffs on both sides and a dense forest to the east. It was just after high sun when Decor and I came across a giant hill. Both of us felt we would have a much better view of the surrounding area, so we climbed. It took much longer than we expected to reach the summit. Once there, we did have a view, but it was not of any resource. We were directly over our base camp. We found ourselves on top of one of the stone cliffs that protected the area. We were about 100 feet up, but we could see the goings-on down below. Campfires being lit, ale being swilled, a few straw on one side, a couple of nights on the other. Everything seemed normal. We were only there for a short time when something went very wrong. Decor pointed toward the tree line. I saw nothing at first, then a faint glimpse of movement. Whatever was down there was whatever was down there blended in with the shadows extremely well. It was only when it moved that it could be seen. And then horror struck. As the shadows gave way to light, it could now be identified. It was a man of the Traveler. I've heard stories late at night from drunken knights that have seen them before and told their tale. The invader creeped closer to the busy encampment. A detachment of 40 warriors were present, including 2 scouts that looked on in dismay. The 2 of us shouted and waved our arms, but no alarm was heard. As the demon reached the outskirts of the camp, he rose. Seeing clearly now, it was one of the guardians of the machine, hunter class, I believe, known to be the cowards that stalked their prey. It was said that these beings were hard enough to kill in open combat, let alone by ambush. The murderer stepped into the ring of tents and just stood there. After a minute or two, the hunter sized up its prey, and then a long staff was produced and was slammed against the ground. What came next, I could not believe my eyes, as the staff came to life with blue lightning. I was mesmerized as I watched this madman. He spun and darted in one direction and then the next, wielding the evil lightning. It was like watching an artist doing a carefully choreographed dance. And then I saw the power of the staff. One after the other of my kin were struck by this magic. Each was killed instantly. The massacre was over in seconds. What happened next is hard to describe. The audacity of this predator was hard to comprehend. After every brave Hive soldier was slaughtered, it just stood there in the middle of the carnage and simply spun his evil staff over and over again. So, boy, did you hear what you expected to hear? Was the lesson learned that the world is full of monsters? I vowed that day I would avenge my fallen comrades. Unfortunately, that day has never come. That's short story number 3. Again, if this gets views, I'll make a 4th one. And we'll just keep going until we run out of stories to tell. So that's it. Again, I do these for me, and if you like it, cool. If not, I understand. Everyone has their own opinion. But again, I would just do this for me. Okay, guys, that's it. Take care if you saw it. I appreciate it. Thank you.